this house last week chasing this exact snake. Earlier this week, actually.
He's in that hole right there.
Right. You see where the rock is? You want a shovel?
We'll see how we go.
Yeah, because there's one
Where we do it?
there's one right there beside you. You need it.
Has he been pinching your birds?
No, not
So
the one.
which hole?
That
That
hole.
big one in the middle?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
He come out of
Pokes
it.
his head out. Just,
We seen him come out
he
of
didn't
that
close
one.
the gate.
Oh, he does poke his head out.
Oh yeah.
And
That's good. That's a sign he might not be able to go further.
he's
There's
gone
a slab
for
there. Okay.
Yeah. It was a coincidence because I'd only just walked inside to tell Jennifer to give you a ring. And she said, he's on the phone already.
Yeah.
Now,
If
it
he
doesn't
poked
matter,
his head out, it's generally a sign that he couldn't go any further.
it doesn't matter how much you dig because I'm in the process of getting rid of all that dirt.
Here we go. Can you see that, babe?
Yeah.
Just as you said, what? He's smarter than me?
He is a big fella.
Except I've got to... For those of you just tuning in, this shovel was for digging. Alright, Snakey. So, the story of this snake, I wish I didn't delete the rest of the videos now. We were here, what, Monday? Tuesday? Looking for this snake.
Roughly about that.
And we couldn't find him. And... Oh. Hey, boy.
He's a big fella, isn't he? Bigger than what I thought in the first place.
We'll just let him go in. Just let him go in easy. So yeah, so we're out here trying to find this guy Tuesday.
Yeah.
Went down a rodent hole, we dug and dug and dug, couldn't find him. Just about an hour ago, we were 100 metres that direction behind us and caught an eastern brown. So we rang up these folks just to check it might not be the same one and get a description. And as we're on the phone, they say, come out, it's in here. More digging, but we've got it.
You turned up when you did.
Come on, you're free. You're free now. This guy to come out, maybe. Well, there we go. We'll get a good look at him. He's a pretty easy going snake. Hey? Eastern brown snakes. They're not all psychos, you know, they're not psychos at all, really. They're just scared of us. If they ever bite, it's because we've done something to make them want to bite us. This guy, as you can see, is a really, really gentle snake. He hasn't tried to flatten out or hiss at us or carry on or anything. He's just pretty easy going. Hey, don't fall back. Of course, you can't play with them too long before they start to get cranky, but get some shots of him, nice and zoomed in, and they really do get a bad rap, eastern browns, but they're just another little critter that's just trying to do their thing. You know, once you get to know them like we have, you see a different side of them, you know, really different side of them. See the orange spots that are very characteristic of the eastern brown snakes. So if you get a snake in your yard and it stands up at you and it has those orange spots, depending on what part of the country you're in, if you're in this part, it's definitely an eastern brown, or it could be a western. Taipans can get spots like that, but those orange spots are definitely a characteristic of the eastern brown snake. If a snake stands up at you and it doesn't have those spots, hey mate, it's probably just a whip snake or some other brown coloured snake that isn't a brown snake. Really calm snake, isn't it? This just goes to show that even though this is the #1 killer out of all snakes in Australia. If we just give it some respect, it's going to treat me with the same respect. Look at this. We're just chilling out with this thing. He's not showing me any signs of aggression or want to defend itself. You know, obviously I'm not going to come up and give it a big kiss and a cuddle, but as long as I give it its due respect, it's doing the same thing for me. Okay? Eastern brown snakes. They're nothing to fear. Something to respect, but not anything to fear. Alright, mate. Right, we'll let him go now before he does start to carry on. He gave us a bit of a hiss there. That's his way of saying, I've had enough of this fooling around and I'd like to go home now, please. So we'll just put him that way. Backing up. See how he's backing up? Don't like the looks of that backing up. You might turn around at it. Oh mate, go that way. He's going to shape up to me in a sec. He's going to come back if I let him go, so we'll get him to go that way. Once we encourage him to go away from us, there we go. Now we can let him go. If I'd let him go that second beforehand, then yeah, he would have came back at us. Careful because he's likely to do that. But now you can get a shot. He's going to come back this way and he may come back towards us.
Yeah,
so just stand your ground, stay still. And as you can see, there's a very different sort of coloured one, very speckled, isn't it? It's got like little dashes along it like the blue streaks on a green tree snake, but they're white on this thing. Or very light brown, so creamy brown. Isn't that an awesome snake? It's going about its business. Doesn't want any trouble. Just wants a few rats and somewhere nice to sleep. Come springtime, it'll want a lady. Other than that, that's all it ever wants. A bit of water when it's thirsty. Just wants to be left alone to be a snake. And they play a vital role in our ecosystem. You know, these guys are just starting to have their babies now. It's January, so eastern browns, most of them would have laid and a lot of the eggs will be starting to hatch. 19, 20 little baby brown snakes in the hope that only one's going to survive, because most of them are going to be picked off by birds. Okay, so they're very important for our ecosystem. The role that they play is vital. So those baby brown snakes we're about to have are all going to make food for our kookaburras and our magpies and other reptiles. And then these guys that are this size, they're coming around and keeping your small mammals in check. And even lizards still, they'll still eat blue tongues. They'll keep your feral mice down too. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to keep going through. And as long as we just keep our distance and don't threaten it, it's happy to just keep on doing its snaky thing. It's done its disappearing act again though. There it is. So I think we'll just leave it here in case it's just moving along because we're following it. I want it to find a nice spot. But yeah, hasn't tried to attack us, hasn't chased us, hasn't done anything like that. Just another animal doing its thing. We could follow it all day, we'll just let it go now. See you, mate.